What's up, family? Wanted to do a introduction video here on a series I'd like to do through the rest of the month on model cars and tips and how-tos. And what I've got laid out are some of the current projects I'm working on. And eventually, by the end of that set of videos, I'd like to get back to how to paint the custom transformers, which I'll still be sharing tips that'll be valuable for that during the model car building process. I recently got back into model cars over the last few years after 20-year plus span of not fooling with any model cars. So I figured it'd be a good time to catch how I'm building some of these, because this may be the only set I do for another span of many years. This is one that was left over from years back where I just had the motor and chassis painted and built. So I went ahead and finished it, mocked it up. I've showed it a few times. It's ready for paint. I've been waiting for the weather to get real nice. We're just about there, so I can do some spray painting. That's kind of why we stopped on Bumblebee here. Just waiting for good weather to do spray painting. So we'll get back to all that eventually. Quick tip, whatever you want to call it. Here's a little heads up. I've been ordering wheels. I've got the Monster 24s that were made for model cars, model car building. I'm paying about $15 a set. I found this little set of wheels. They look pretty cheap at first look, but $14.99 free shipping on eBay. Just search 1/24th model wheels. And came with 6 sets of wheels with tires. Disc brakes, which I will not use. They look a little, I think they're for die-cast cars. And I'm not happy with the tires. They're a little too thick. May look okay on SUVs. But here's your scale comparison. So these are what's supposed to represent 24s. Let's go up here, it's a little higher. Here's these guys. Oops. And if we do something about the tires, they may not look that bad. So the rim itself looks a good 26 maybe. I think it just throws the scale off with those meaty tires. So maybe we can shave those tires down or find something to replace them with. My goal was to find something that would fit inside of these rims though, which those fit with just a little space. The 24s, they kind of wiggle around. These want to fit very close, so they have to be sanded around the outer edge. I think those will end up being 28s if I could get those set up right. So these bad boys are going to the Challenger, hopefully. It's going to take a lot of work. I might have to set up a Dremel tool, some kind of bandsaw or something, so that I can cut these real nice and straight at a perfect 90-degree angle and get nothing but the lip left over. I'll work on that pretty soon. Kind of anxious to do that. And if you see, I have a Viper here. And no, I'm not putting the Viper together. I'll show you what I'm doing with that in just a minute. Here's the Cutlass at the interior finished, which I may pop the seats and dash back out. I'm not happy with the floor since I painted it. Did not want to do flocking. Always seems to make a mess when you zoom in. But that just looks too shiny and cheap. I'll figure out the floor in that. Got a screen on the dash, but it seems to be at the wrong angle. So if I pop that dash back out, I'll sand that dash at a different angle. It sits up higher. Got some little 6.5s on the door. There's the cutlass. It'll be a minute before I get that one together. And here's this one. So I'm anxious to get to this. I'll try to break up the videos I do over the next few weeks and put them in categories. I'll eventually get to this one and show this in depth on how I'm installing this Viper motor on the Challenger. Just coming out very pleased with how it's coming out so far and how everything's fitting. And the hood will close. I can't fit the hinges back in there right now. But I want to do something different where I can remove this hood later. It doesn't get stuck. So yeah, I'm digging this one. I'm going to spend some time. This will be the last one to be completed. I'll definitely show a lot on the build for this one. And we're going to take this one apart eventually. Maybe after the series, so maybe I'll come back later and do some more videos in the future after this set. I'll show those during the process again. And I'm going to upgrade this one. Maybe at least get some wheels on there, maybe even take it apart and redo the interior, along with working on these other few. So that's all I'm really motivated to finish up for this whole year. Probably be end of the year before I get that Challenger finished and painted and everything. I may need to sneak and paint it though here during the summer and then finish building it throughout the winter. So we'll see how that goes. So thanks for watching. I will have the first video up soon after this intro. I'm watching for it in a few days probably. Peace. Thanks for watching.